I've been asking myself this question for like a year now. Are Jamaican men the weakest men in the world? Yeah, today, another day, another dollar, as they say. Yeah, I decide some I go talk to the World Wide Web this morning. See if you talk to yourself, you're crazy. What happens if you talk to yourself and the internet can't hear you? Are you crazier? I don't know. Who am I to judge? Yeah, I could judge myself. Why not? Everything is based upon judgment. Alright, why these thoughts come into my head? Jamaicans, Jamaican men. Femin, Femicide rates by country 2023. World Population Review. WorldPopulationReview.com. Let's see the good old Jamaica. Soon as a lady. Femicide rates by country 2023. The good old JA, the number 3. With a population of 2.825 million people. So Jamaican men like for half women. Or is it equality? As if the woman is of a weaker species and you're so willing to be number 3 on this list. Something is wrong. So things like that let me question Jamaican men. Because I'm a born Jamaican. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Who cares? I'm not your friend. You're not my friend. I'm not here for you to like me, and I don't like you. I'm just talking to the World Wide Web, and you might be just happen to hear me. Maybe this is therapy. Who knows? What we have here. I was checking out some stuff. I think it was the Jamaica rate. Population, my guy. Okay. Number 3 on the femicide. Next one. Murder rate by country 2023. Same worldpopulationreview.com. Oh, this is 2017. Jamaica was 5th on the list. Anything later than this? Here are the 10 countries with the highest homicide rates. El Salvador, 52.02 per 100,000 people. Jamaica again, number 2, 43.85 per 100,000 people. So we're always there in the top 3, like Usain Bolt and them runners. We seem to love a badness category. We don't care which list to be, whether man, woman, or child. Motherfuckers just act wild. We all animals, but do we have to act like the wild ones? Or we just adopt bad cultures? We take the bad part of cultures to highlight. Yep. So we stop one list. Another thing why I think Jamaican might be the weakest, man. They always care about a woman profession. Yeah. I mean one nurse girl, me want this lawyer girl, want this a girl and that the girl. Nurse asked why. Them woman they make money. So when I say want to hear money. So, crickets. Some say what happened to your money? You know, feel some type of way if you're a woman and bring home more than you. Why you care about for your career? You don't plan for outdoor. Yeah, other cultures and men that have been around. Been around a lot of different cultures of women and men. From all corners of the world. Different cultures of men will brag on their wife. Yeah, well, if they are doctors, I'll say that to be fair. Lawyer, they will brag. But they brag on their wife. We aspire for certain women, not to build with them, but for see them already built and want to get a piece of the pie. Jamaican men have no discipline. Shout out to Minister Jap. He go hard in the paint. Yeah. We can't control our hormones. And we will do anything for the box. They risk it all. So, in my opinion, that's a weak man. I find that a lot of Jamaican men have low self-esteem. Especially with having a conversation with women outside of a Jamaican diaspora. You always find a Jamaican a brag over how he my biggest girl is in the world. You have to wonder if that's all you aspire to be. Yeah. The number one topic of conversation amongst Jamaican men will be pussy. Will be punani. That's 70% of all conversations. Somebody might say, "Oh, I'm on them way they're on." Really? %70 would be about punani at the conversation. You might have 20% conversation will be entertainment. That includes dance, parties, DJ, so-called celebrity gossips. And you might have another 5% on care, maybe higher. Then you might have another 5% talking about money. That's just randomly speaking. I ain't got no numbers to back this shit up. I'm just saying. Talk to myself. And say if you talk back here, I gotta answer yourself. You should answer yourself. Are you mad? Yeah. So a lot of those stuff got me wondering if Jamaican men are the weakest men. Always looking to you as a female. I don't get it. Always quick for cheat. Yeah. Not go under the dick discipline. Another weak thing they do is that they try to use money and liquor to get woman at party. But is it get it how you get it or whatever it is, it is. Who am I to judge? If you get her with the money and the money done and the fun done, why you always choose to pull your gun? So we could regards to you as dumb. But these are some of the bullshit with Jamaican men. Let's see. Let's check out what going on the news. TVJ. Let's see what Jamaican men are going with. This website is YouTube. Best entertainment on earth without ads is YouTube. Record number of guns and drugs seized. Cash app found dead. That's US News. Let's hear the record number of guns and drugs.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin. New timelines being set for court hearings. Police report record number of guns and drugs recovered since the start of the year. And later in sports, former record holder and sprint legend specially invited to United Nations event. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Sandy Williams. Here are the details. Chief Justice Brian Sykes says plans are being put in place to further address the long wait time for court cases. Chief Justice Brian Sykes, Nations event. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Sandy Williams.
Shout out Sandy Williams, like you have no makeup or heavy makeup. No eyelash. No blinkers eyelash. Looking like a cartoon character. Look like you have a natural hair.
Here are the details. Chief Justice Brian Sykes says plans are being put in place to further address the long wait time for court cases to be heard. He says the Manchester Family Court.
About time, because some of them people when if you put away criminally, long in jail. Although does it make any difference? Enough of them live better than me.
Court has been revisiting its strategic planning cycle. Justice Sykes says the cycle will be moving into the next phase.
For the first time in our history, our judiciary had a strategic plan. And of the courts that we have, the different levels, the best performing level by far is the parish courts. So the parish courts overall across Jamaica now on the criminal side and also on the civil side have a net backlog of under 5%.
The Chief Justice says there was significant achievement with the Court of Appeal. Quarter of this year.
Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson, more than 90 people have been arrested on drug-related charges since the start of the year. This he attributes to the collaboration.
90 people. How much days gone in a year? At least 90. So we're going over about 90 days. So one person a day, an average, or a 3/4 person a day. Is that good or bad? Bad reflection of the culture. But maybe good. Good on the defensive department. Who knows?
Collaborative efforts of the JCF and local and international security partners.
As our intelligence capacity increases and our collaboration with our key partners locally and overseas improves, we are already seeing the benefit. In the first quarter of 2023, there were drug seizures totaling 1,563 kilograms of cocaine and 4,204 kilograms of ganja.
Come on. 4,000 pounds of ganja in over 90 days. Call it 100 days gone already. So that's a 400 pound a day. Damn, that means a whole heap of yard weed I sell got enough a pass through. If only 4,000 got. Pound get whole for a year already. Something wrong. Your guys are not doing a good job.
94 persons were arrested and charged for drug-related offenses over the period.
In relation to gun seizure, General
Was that killer? So that might be over 8,000 pounds if I saw the case.
94 persons were arrested and charged for drug-related offenses over the period.
In relation to gun seizure, General Anderson said the number of firearms seized during the first 3 months of this year is the highest recorded in the country over the last 6 years.
There were also significantly 2 major gun seizures at the port, a shipment of 22 guns in January and 59 in February, taking
Another reason why Jamaican men are weak, man. You're shipping in guns for kill your own. You love to have one yard so much, you go back a yard, this, that, and look what you do to your own place. Some of them same gun they reach back on their own family. Some of them gun they end up take out somehow on the same one. So yeah, a lot of coward men, weak men. They rather rob and steal instead of going in the field. For too many reasons why we have some of the weakest men in the world, and it might be the minority, but it has an impact on the majority.
The total seizures for the quarter to 225. This represents the highest seizure since 2017. Additionally, 238 persons were arrested and charged for gun-related offenses over the period.
The police commissioner explained that the police force will continue to build its capacity of detectives to investigate gang-related cases by taking a multi-agency approach.
Just last week, we launched the Advanced Counter-Gang Training course in collaboration with America's National Center for State Courts and the U.S. Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs. This multi-stakeholder training program is aimed at strengthening the capacity of the entire law enforcement community to investigate,
including 40 from the JCF and MOCA, the Department of Corrections, the Victim Support Division of the Justice Ministry, and the FID are the first cohort enrolled in the program. The training is expected.
Founder of U.S. mobile payment service Cash.
All right. Well, I hear about American company. One year. Well, go on a few country. Cash up. Cash up in Jamaica. Security guards protest. Three days ago, another attack on beryllium vehicles. Blood clot. Man, them love this. Is this a company, an easy security company for our
Welcome back to Primetime News.
And a special welcome once again to our viewers on onespotmedia.com.
Now, first this evening, quick action by beryllium guards in St. Elizabeth prevented another brazen daylight robbery of millions of dollars.
Now, it comes after the
another group of cowards and weak men put on a robbery.
The armored vehicle in which they were traveling came under heavy gunfire by armed thugs along the Bogue main road in the parish.
They're not thugs, they're cowards, weak men.
As Kalisha Williams reports, the guards managed to escape injuries with the cash intact.
This is where the drama unfolded shortly after 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. The heavily vegetated and deserted Bogue main road in St. Elizabeth. TVJ News.
Nowhere is safe in Jamaica in 2023. Maybe unless your skin is clear and you have an accent from another country, you might be spared. It's the only way I see it right now. Or maybe I'm overreacting. That the guns soon outdo people, outnumber people.
Was informed that the beryllium vehicle was traveling along the main road when a white motor car with several men aboard attempted to block its path and started firing at the vehicle. The beryllium driver, on realizing what was happening, took quick action and maneuvered the vehicle to escape the robbers. However, it's reported that the gunmen did not relent. They continued firing at the vehicle, hitting one of the tires and the back of the truck. We were told the thugs later fled the scene as the beryllium driver sped off. The police later confirmed that the guard drove the vehicle to the Siloa police station. In the meantime, Director of Public Relations for Guardsman Group, Commander George Overton, told our news center that the guards escaped injuries. Wednesday's
I have a solution. Maybe another time I'm going to discuss it that I think might help Jamaica. Like have an immediate impact. If some way, somehow. Alright, next time I chat about it, I decide to talk to myself through the internet. Back to weak men of Jamaica.
Attack is the third such incident on a beryllium vehicle in less than 2 months. On February 27, a guard was killed and about $10 million stolen when gunmen sprayed bullets at a truck delivering cash at the Portmore Pines Plaza in St. Catherine. Then on March 19, gunmen made off with $23 million after they ambushed a beryllium vehicle delivering cash at the Scotiabank ATM in Brayton Park.
A whopping 23 million. More than likely. Buy Hennessy. Buy gun. Find girl if you have fun. Then the money done. Try to find the next lick. But I hope maybe they got catch by the cops. And it will be just another set of weak men removed from the culture.
Portmore, St. Catherine. 4 security guards, as well as a licensed firearm holder, were wounded during the attack. The police high command announced that 6 suspects were taken into custody on Tuesday in connection with the Scotiabank attack. Another suspect has been charged in the matter. Kelisha Williams, TVJ News.
Okay. Crime declining in St. Anne's. What? So everywhere is body. It's not bad enough that you rob people. But you still have to take them life. You can't even have a conversation. You can't even argue. Somebody win an argument, they're ready to take them life. Damn, that's some weak shit. Barred from beach. What else can I see? 6 people shot dead in Moko, Clarendon. My gosh. Another group of weak men I'm betting perform a gruesome act.
At a shop sometime after. Clarendon police say they have not yet identified the suspects behind. The Clarendon police say they have not yet identified the suspects behind last night's shooting in Darlow district in Moko. 6 people were shot, 2 fatally, when armed men sprayed bullets on persons at a shop sometime after 10 o'clock. Reports are that several persons were gambling when men traveling in a white Toyota Probox motor car came out and opened fire. 37-year-old Erwin Wright, otherwise called Joe, and construction worker 24-year-old Jason Lewin, both of Darlow district, died. The other victims, who were badly injured, have been hospitalized in serious condition. Investigators suspect Mr. Wright was the target of the attack. But head of the Clarendon Police Division, Superintendent Carl.
So I guess we have trap dancer, which we adapt some of the worst part of hip hop culture in terms of the criminal part elements of it. And we carry it out in our own country too. We don't care who in a vehicle. You don't care who next to the person you have beef with. Everybody I get it. That's the mentality. So many cowards. So many coward men. And somehow I know on a coward man. Somehow on a woman know on a coward man. On a coward man. I want to continue to be around these cowards and protect these cowards. Or maybe the women were at fault in the beginning, because after these are single mother raised meal. Oh yes, another reason why Jamaican men are the weakest men. A lot of them brag on kids but never take care of the kids. They brag out how many kids they have. And they couldn't tell you one of them birthday. Probably never ever spend on their own kids. But you see them on Father's Day, the barbecue and all the other stuff. Brag on how many kids they have. Some of them probably can count on one hand how many times they see the kids. Yeah, it's weird. You have kids, but are you a father?
Carlos Russell told our news center no motive has been established. Moko has been on the police's radar following recent shootings, robberies and motor vehicle thefts. Member of Parliament for North Central Clarendon, Robert Morgan, condemned the incident.
I don't have a lot of murders in my constituency, you know what I mean? On average.
You don't say. Clarendon. Mr. Robert Morgan. I don't know you. But you give off certain, and I won't judge you. No, maybe we should start judging. Let me stop using that dumb thing, but me not judge you. First of all, you need to take off your sunglasses and show your eye.
Would you go between?
Because that way you start off with sound like one big fat lie. And maybe it's just that North Central Clarendon. Maybe somebody else might know better. Somebody with more experience in North Central Clarendon. Because MP Robert Morgan have on glasses. You know people from Clarendon. From a very long time, Clarendon always is a place where you know not to mess with. Because a lot of people go missing.
6 and 8 for the year. But there are challenges in the parish, and I know that the government is trying to equip the police force, trying to bring in more officers, trying to do better investigations. So I know the police are trying, but the police can't be everywhere all the time. So I guess the community.
police can't be everywhere all the time, so what is the solution to that?
Community now has to start taking a more serious look at the people who may be coming through the community. And if they see any suspicious persons, they need to report it and call for help, because
You sure it's on the police not up there where I work with the criminal them. Jamaica need a very anonymous line. Not only certain group of people with certain security classification have access to. That only those very little people can dispatch out crimes related police station in the respective neighborhoods. So people can have a peace of mind with reporting these covers.
we can't keep losing our young men to these criminals.
Yeah, just I talk to myself. Talking through the World Wide Web. Early morning. A lot of people on the night shift. A lot of people working hard. A lot of people at work but not really working. A lot of people are hurting. Some people can't sleep. Some people are sleeping. Some people are wake up now. It's a different time in some different parts of the world. What are you doing? Yeah, chatting to the internet late night. Giving out reasons why Jamaican men could possibly be some of the weakest men in the world. Hospitals running out of bed. Why is that? Jamaica is the flagship island of the Caribbean. What went wrong? All of that natural beauty and resources. Rich in culture. Yet still bottom of the totem pole. Soon we will show you how to understand certain things by just following the moolah. Don't give up on Jamaica. You don't say. Let's hear why.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Shout out for TVJ for your hire. Feminine looking woman. Maybe need to mix in some dark skin too. Just starting some shit talking to myself.
Teachers being called on to redouble efforts in the classroom despite local issues. Police keeping close watch in sections of St. Andrew North Police Division. And later in sports, main favorites advance in day 2 of ISA Boys and Girls Championships. Thank you for joining us. I'm Shamela Pullen. Here are the details.
Shamela Pullen.
Choose Jamaica. That appeal to teachers from the Education Ministry's leadership. The call comes amid worry that many educators will continue to take up job opportunities overseas. Herman Green reports.
A stunning revelation. Only 10,000 of the over 37,000 students who come out of high school each year are attaining passes in maths, English, and 3 other subjects. Only 10,000 of the over 37,000 students who come out of high school each year are attaining passes in maths, English, and 3 other subjects.
So that's less than a third. Something is wrong. Is it some of these poisonous music? Or is it social media? But something else seems to have the attention of these youths. If only a third, or less than a third, if my math is correct, are achieving.
And while the COVID-19 pandemic has some part to play, Jamaica's acting Chief Education Officer, Dr. Kassan Troop, says this is still not good enough.
You need to be fired if only a third of students in the island. Yeah, the minister of whatever she is.
We are not looking good, and we have the largest budget.
Oh, you don't say. So, all the fingers have to be pointed to you, miss. If you have the highest post in education. Maybe some of you politicians need to have a shot clock. Like in basketball, a countdown clock. We do it in quarters, right? Basketball have 4 quarters. So we're going to give you 4 quarters in 1 year. So you have 1 year, 4 quarters. 4 quarters are 3 months. 3 months each quarter. So if you had a shot clock for 3 months, and we get a report back to see how you're doing every 3 months. See who is winning. So maybe you could implement some form of quarterly tests for the youth. A national quarterly test for the Jamaican youths. And you give a national report every 3 months on the news just like this to see how these kids are doing. And we see how you move the needle from a third to get closer to a half. Second quarter, 3 quarters should be passing, and so forth, so on and so forth. So you should be at 75% at minimum in a year. And you keep your job. That is just me talking crap out loud in the internet. I don't have the answers. Who am I? I'm just an ordinary man. who's just talking out loud to the World Wide Web. But don't you think that would be a competitive game plan? If Mistress, what's her name? Is that Herman Green? I don't know. If you had 4 quarters to get up 4 big quarterly tests that these kids got to gear up for and study. And then you're the head coach. So you're going to have to get down on these people on the parishes. Whether you could call them your coach or get down on the teachers. And we start negotiate pays and contracts and transfers and see who getting traded to which school, who are the all-star teacher. You pay them well. And let's get the ball rolling. If you want to do it like soccer, we have half. 5 months in one year, 6 months each half. But I like the quarter more. We get to see your progress. So let's stick to 4 quarters. 4 quarters. And if by the end of the 4 quarters, you're not over 75% of students passing math and whatever they're lacking, you might just have to get traded to another team, to another position. And we get another head coach or commissioner. Isn't that fair enough? I don't know. Ask the powers that be.
So when I tell you that I am perplexed each night, it's an understatement, because I don't feel satisfied knowing that this is what we can stand and boast about. We
don't want you to. We don't care about your feelings. We need accountability. Right? Isn't that fair enough? I don't think people vote for your feelings. They vote for results. And if you're not getting the results, I would want you on my team because you can't win.
Recognize the challenges of education. Several variables impact us. Where our students are coming from, the commitment of parents, the contribution of parents, and of course our teachers, etc. So there are many things that we are not necessarily.
So we are producing weak men based on education also. Hopefully not. Hopefully she could turn it around. I have faith. Let's see. 1 year, yeah?
In control of, and so we still have to redouble our efforts.
Redouble efforts in the classroom, especially because of the large portion of taxpayers' funds going into education, this year in particular.
Taxpayer funds. Is there somewhere on the internet, like the favorite social media or social medias, where you could have a Jamaica taxpayers section or place where they could post, show results, and where people can demand results, since they have so much time for the so-called celebrities. Give them something to talk about. Hashtag Jamaican taxpayers.
This year we are spending almost $120 billion in education.
Oh, you don't say. $120 billion. I want to see how much US that is. What was the figure? 120. Should they say billion?
Of taxpayers' funds going into education, this year in particular.
This year we are spending almost $120 billion in education.
120 billion in education. How much is that? $120 billion. Let's say it's 150 for US. So 800 million US. And education. 200 million short of $1 billion US. And education. And only a third. You know what, this should be another topic another day.
And if you know, we are in the salary review, and so the budget is going to go up further. And when we look at...
I wonder where all that money going. Are they teaching any modern technology stuff? That's crazy. So many weak people, weak men. From fish to chicken back to regular. Okay. Cop freed of murder charge. Okay, so $23 million. The cowards were found. Let's see.
Was agreed to after days of frantic negotiations involving financial regulators in Switzerland, the United States, and the United Kingdom. And that's it for the Business Minute. I'm Hal Shane Burke.
Time now for the top regional and international stories.
St. Lucia's Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre has promised that his administration
the Scotiabank automated banking machine in Brayton Parkway. 5 people were wounded, including 4 security guards.
You browse any Jamaican thing, news. It's nothing good. Just cowards everywhere. And I know it's sell. People like violence and they'll click on it. And ads dollars and so on and so forth. But very interesting. Shoot to kill. Do not miss backtrack. Yeah. A lot of things. Jamaica news. Jamaica Gleaner. Let's see what's going on the Jamaican news scene. If this page will ever load. Sprint SIDS need $2 trillion annually to address climate change. What the hell is SIDS? For another day and time. Right now I'm focused on the weak men of Jamaica. Okay. Almost bedtime, you know. Talk too much. Enough man, like I say, boy, they forget gunshot, you know. Boy, they chat too much. I phone him take man for a calm and coward. Yeah, dummy. Hate y'all niggas. St. Catherine Carnival. My Jamaican news. Jamaica. Yep. So yeah, just talking out loud to myself once again. Because I feel like it, because I can do it. Because I want to. Jamaica Loop, Jamaica News. St. James Cops crack months long murder case with ballistic science. Okay. Technology stepping up. Defense money spending. Or is it? Another reason why Jamaican men are weak men. The need for speed, no self-control, the ego, the confidence in thinking you're the world's best driver. Between murder and car crash is two of the most things that killing out Jamaicans. And men are responsible the most for most of those. So the reason I said Jamaican men might be some of the weakest men, because there's no self-control, both mentally and physically. Why is it such a need for drive so hard in a place where you know the road them not good? I don't get it. Shit makes no sense. You overtake wrong corner. And sometime when you're young, that shit feels so good. But then it can go so wrong. And now we're living even in a time when the cars are more faster. And they're getting even faster. And more technology, bigger turbo, faster everything. So maybe there needs to be more tracks, more drag racing tracks in Jamaica. So these men can get out the testosterone and prove themselves on the track. So hopefully when they're on the road for the general public, there's no need to go 100 miles per hour. Because you already proved that you're the fastest on the track, on the professional track. I don't have the answers, I'm just saying. I wonder. What else is in the news? Some teachers up in arms renew procedure to withdraw from JTA. Pardon my reading, I'm under the influence. Talking to myself. Talking through the internet. Yep. Another thing, Jamaican men are the weakest men. Red Stripe launches new innovation, Tall Bass. Guess it's a bigger beer. About almost a year ago, or just let's say in Jamaica, all I see is alcoholics. Young men, men of millennial men, Gen Z, boomers, Gen X, whatever, just drinking away themselves. Drink day, drink night. And it's not a one beer. It's rum. In parties, just drinking away rum. And whatever so-called top shelf liquor. What happened? If you go in a dance, it's for $500 for your beer. And how much beer it take for you to get a little buzz? Maybe 6. Right, on average. 6, 5, 30, $3,000 for 6 beer and a dance. And I'm just gonna guess a quarter rum, maybe like 1.5. And a few men can drink. So it's cheaper if you buy rum. So by buying rum, you become a rum head. Thus lead to damn near alcoholic. And it's getting younger and younger. Or maybe it's just always been like that. And I was too blind to see it, who knows. Cop traveling on motorcycle injured in St. Mary crash. Okay. Yeah, too many reasons. And so many I haven't touched. But just those are some that just came straight off the dome when I decided to talk to the internet. And I don't care who wanna hear or whose feelings are hurt. You're not my friend, and I'm not yours. And I'm not here looking for a friend. So until then, I'm gonna start talking to myself more. So